In this video you will learn 5 easy steps to start a task you procrastinate. Step 1. Relieve yourself of the sleepy state. Often the physical condition can have a very strong impact on the desire to do something. If you don't get enough sleep, your diet is not balanced or your body's reserve is very low, then you are in a state of depression and procrastination. It is because your body does not have the strength to even start. Before you start work, you need to get out of a sluggish, sleepy state. To do this, exercise for 2 to 3 minutes, quick waving hands, slopes, stretch marks, squats to disperse the blood in the body and go into a cheerful state. Then drink a glass of clean water that will help your brain work. Then you can loudly say to yourself encouraging words that you like yourself and that you will do any tasks that have set yourself. Spread your shoulders, straighten your back, lift your head higher, and you will feel that it is much easier to start acting. Also, do not forget that to increase the health and reserves of the body you need to balance your diet, sleep, and add at least 1 hour a day of exercise. When you do, you'll see how much easier it has become to overcome procrastination. Step 2. Use the environment to start. The environment helps to adjust to the workflow, a clean desktop or a separate place in the house or cafe where you can work constantly. The familiar place allows the brain to adjust to the working way. The sight of familiar objects nearby and the order in the workplace give a signal to the brain that we are in the right place for the right thing for us. Also, chill music for attention span, which can be found on YouTube, helps tune yourself. First, music itself affects brain productivity, which has been proven by scientific studies. Secondly, the brain before the start of work, knowing that we'll listen to music and concentrate, already anticipates the pleasure of the process and reduces resistance. Clean up your workplace, put items next to you that remind you of your goals, and pick up music that will help you focus, such as deep focus, music for coding, or any other. All of this will help you get started. Step 3. Clear your head. Starting an important task for you, you experience resistance that is characteristic of all people. You want the task done, but for some reason avoid it. You decide to check Instagram, social networks, eat something from the refrigerator, etc. A person is afraid of the result in any case, success or failure. If the job works well, what am I going to do next? And if it's bad, I'm afraid of the consequences of failure. That's why there's resistance. It is necessary to restore order in the head and free from a heap of thoughts before work, which can cause anxiety. First, turn off all notifications on your phone so they don't bother you. Then you can write somewhere, for example, in your diary, a few lines about what you have in your head and what bothers you. This will get your thoughts out on paper and release your head a little. Then do a short meditation, sit down, breathe smoothly and deeply, think about what you like most in life, imagine the places you like, say encouraging words, tell yourself that you like yourself and that you will do any tasks that you have set yourself. All these actions allow you to tune into the working way and reduce resistance. Step 4. Put a short deadline for work. You tell yourself, I'm only going to work 30 minutes, and then I'm going to do what I want. Or 60 minutes, or for example, up to 9 hours. I'll do what I can until 9 o'clock. I'll take as many small steps as I can and no more. When it's 9 o'clock I can relax. Deadline helps you find time to work and reassure your brain that you only need to do just a little bit. The trick of this step is that as long as you do time-limited work, you enter the flow state and the tasks are performed easily. By 9 o'clock you will work in full force, with full motivation, in a state of flow, and set aside for another hour, or with a calm conscience will stop at 9 o'clock as promised to yourself. This method is very effective and tested in practice. To set a deadline, you can use the next trick: install an app on your phone or computer that will run in background, and you can feel inside the deadline after the app is launched, which will also help you start. I use the Forest app. You can use the Focus-ToDo app or the one that's more convenient to you. Step 5. Take a small step. Ask yourself the question, what is the smallest, fastest and simplest step I can take that will help me achieve my goal? A step that can take just a few minutes or even seconds. For example, if you need to write an article, such a step may be, open a document in Word or write a date, first word or one sentence. Then ask yourself, and now what's the next simplest step to achieve the goal? When you complete one mini task, then the next you start to sink into a state of flow and motivation. Each next task makes everything easier until you notice that you perform tasks one by one. The main purpose of this step is to immerse the consciousness into the flow. In order to begin the very first step, you can use the next trick: start the countdown from 5 to 1, and after you reach 1, take the first step. This will allow your brain to prepare a little bit in 5 seconds, get your thoughts out of your head and feel that the task is inevitable. By following these 5 steps, your resistance will decrease and get started will be much easier. And after you have started and done the whole task or at least part of it, you will feel joy and a surge of energy, because you were able to move closer to your goal. Reward yourself with praise, watching a good movie, walking, or do what you like best. It will also help you with the following tasks. The brain will receive a dose of endorphins and next time with great desire will begin to perform tasks.